We will be looking at zoom in zoom out animation, as well as the morph effect, of how to use the morph effect to create this kind of a presentation slides, where you can just click on the slide and then again go back to that slide. Then you can click on this slide, you can go back. When you click on this, it will go to the last slide. If you click on this, it will go on to the first slide. So how to link the slides and everything, we will be learning in this video. So let's start. So this background from the Google search. I just went into the Google and just search on this from the pixels. This is from the site where I have taken this background picture. Now and side zoom, slide zooms, and just add slide zooms, all the 4 slides which you wanted to have this. Now what I will do, I will just try to place it properly to some extent, whichever possible way. And then what we will do, we will just select all these 4 and go into the shape format, into that align, into the align. First align to the top, then align, distribute horizontally. So till this point it is done. Now what we have to do, we have to remove the remove our border. So go into the and on the line, just no line. Same for everything, everyone. We don't want to have a line here. Then what we have to do, we have to just now take all these 4 together. Also we can have shape wise shadow also. So you can go into the shadow and then just place a shadow, or we'll go here shadow. Shadow is not that great. We can actually go for a reflection. This is the reflection part. It's good, it's look good. So I will just add the reflections to everyone, so to create a very good lasting effect on the your viewer, on your audience and everyone. So it's important to have some kind of this. Now select all these 4 together and just do the grouping, so that it's become very easy. Now just take the group together and place this group, the first part, at the center like this. It should be placed like this, so that it will be a very easier for with the use of the guide you can actually center it. Now what we have to do, we have to add the arrows also. So just go into the insert. You can actually make the arrows using lines also, 2 lines, and then make that. But currently I'm having these icons also. So in the icons I will just select, I will just find arrows, the kind of arrows I want. I just want this kind of an arrow right now. So I will just insert that arrow. This arrow is in the black, so I can just change the color of this to white, and then this arrow is being here. I can have that. It's the same, control C and V. And then what we have to do, we have to just rotate the arrow, flip horizontal, and then just with the use of this guide you can actually place it here. So this way the arrows are there now placed. Now we have to have the 2 small circles also, dots. So just go into the shape and take the dots and press shift button and make a small circle here. We can actually enlarge that, so that it will be easier for us to understand where we are placing that. And then sorry, just press a shift. It's a circle. Come here, copy the circle, paste it, and have a circle here. Now go into the shape format. Both the circles should not have any outline, so no outline. The first one I want to have a white color, and the next one I want to have a black color. so that it will be like black is the end slide which we want to go, and white will be the first slide which we will be having. Now what we have to do, we have to actually now do the copy of the same slide again. Now just go and control D, then now copy. After that copy, just move this group and second slide to the center. Now so yeah, now again control D, move this slide to this part center, and then control D, now this slide to this part. So this is done till now. So if we can just check right now what is happening here, right now we are able to look like this, the slides are like this, but there is no actions on these portals and all. So how to do that? First we have to select this and go into the insert and action. In the action, link to the slide, next slide. Okay, now same thing, select this and go into the action and link to previous slide. But on the first slide we don't want this, so what we will do, we will just move this to this part. It will be like simple a point. The same thing we have to do here. We have to link it to previous slide and this to next slide. Same for this, link to next slide and action, link to previous slide, then go into here. Here we don't want to link it, so we will not link this, we have to link, so we will link it to previous slide. This part is done now. Now what we have to do, we have to add these circles to have the first slide and the last slide. So just an action, link to next slide, not next slide, we want to have to the first slide, and this should be linked to slide number 4. So we have to go into the custom, into slide number 4. That should be our end slide for this. Okay, the same thing for this too. We can actually just copy from here, so that it will be a very easy part. Now just copy and paste here also. Just let's delete this and paste, and this and this. Here what we should do, we just need to change the color of this, so we will just change the color of this to white and this to black. So these are the point till now we have done. Now what we have to do, we have to make sure that if we click on this, it is coming up, but it is not going back, it is taking to the next step. So what we have to do, a small change here. Again we have to do, just select this slide, go into the zoom tools and return to zoom. You have to select one single at a time, because it's not a group function we can do. So every slide you have to do that, return it as slide. So let's see now. Click, go back, next, click, go back. Sorry. Okay, yeah, the slides are not right now linked. Now we have to do for all the slides the same thing. Zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. So what we have to do, we have to go here, zoom to return, zoom to return. You can actually do in the first go itself, then you don't have to do again and again. And this was my mistake. I did it in the first go, so I have to do on every slides again and again. So I hope you actually got what is really required in the slides, and how this can be done very easily, and zoom out, zoom in functions can be used. So now let's see, it's done. Here I click it, I click on that, I will go into the last slide, I click on this, I will be going to the last slides. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Thanks.